Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. कीर्तन.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बाबा मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बापा मोरिया.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बाबा मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बापा मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया.
ओम गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बाबा मोरिया.
गम गणपतये नमो नमः. श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः. अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः. गणपति बाबा मोरिया. बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की जय. Namaskar everyone and welcome to the Hindu Prachar Kendra's Sunday morning satsang. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your presence in our satsang every week and we are always happy to have you. Don't forget to invite your family and friends to join us in satsang. So you can do so right now by sharing our links. We are very encouraged by your support and response, and we look forward to our satsang family growing even more. I hope you are having a blessed holiday weekend and keeping your activities very safe and limited. Please don't ignore your well-being. Let's move into 2021 responsibly and with very good discipline. So this is the last Sunday of the Gregorian calendar year 2020. And as promised, it's all about a very royal wedding this morning. No ordinary wedding, a all. It is the occasion of Ram Sita Vivaha that we are commemorating in our satsang. And if you remember, this was actually last weekend, and Gita Jayanti was also last Friday. So we had two very important occasions, and I did not want to do this last weekend because we had 2 sessions of Bhagavad Gita to do, and we have completed that. Now, some of you indicated that you are going to take this wedding very seriously and you are going to dress up for the grand occasion. I'm not sure if you are serious, but you can certainly share your dressed up pics with us if you like. So satsang this morning, it is a little lighter, and we are going to share some of the Vivaha Geets, the Sanskar Geets, our traditional wedding songs and chaupais that we find in the Ram Sita Vivaha Katha. Now, if we look closely, we will see that they are very important values that are embedded in the Hindu marriage ceremony. And they are relevant not only to married people. They are relevant values to all married and unmarried persons as well. So I encourage you to pay very special attention, because you know the Hindu wedding, it's a real value system. It's an institution in itself because it instructs us so much about ourselves and about life, because every activity in the Hindu wedding is very meaningful and very symbolic. Now, those of you who know me, you would know this is one of my peeves, because I always feel to a large extent we really have not appreciated and really understood the relevance and significance of the Hindu marriage. And so we focus a lot generally on the festive aspects, on the fashion and the decor and the music and all of that, which are all very important. But we must not miss the critical values that are there. So I hope you will feel encouraged to approach and engage any wedding that you have to go to a different way after this satsang. So we are just spending about 40 minutes this morning. I hope we don't end up rushing, but we'll see how we'll manage, because we are sharing some excerpts of the Sanskar Geets. And why only 40 minutes? It's because the last 20 minutes you can enjoy a most spectacular Leela, the reenactment of the Ram Sita Vivaha that is being presented by the senior cast of our Bal Ramdila. So don't miss that at all. As soon as I close off satsang at 40 minutes, you can just click directly on that link and you can follow our beautiful royal wedding. I am very happy to have Dekalya ji with us. She, along with Rukmini ji and so many others, they have really dedicated themselves to propagating the Vivaha Sanskar Geets. So she's going to share a few excerpts with us. And you please listen, you follow along if you can. I sent the copies, so you do have them with you. And I want you to see if you can pick up any trend. Okay, look out for a trend. I am sharing the meanings with you so that you can appreciate what is being sung. So the first one, Maito Dharti Puje Aili Manai Jhukati. Now, if I start this line, Matikor night is for. Can you complete it? Vedaji is smiling. Matikor night is for Shantaji. We will all say, ladies to get away. The Kalyaji is smiling there. Very true. No problem with that at all, because wedding is about that festivity and celebration and so on. But Mati Kor means digging the dirt, or what we say, we're going to dig dirt. All right? The meaning of this is very beautiful, where the women folk will go in what is this first ritual in that weekend of the wedding, that time. I have come to you, O Mother Earth, to do puja and to pay obeisance to you. to ask that the Dulhan will be blessed by you. And we honor and worship Dharti Mata, and we also honor Ganga, because we go to do what they call Yaji, to bring water, to fetch water. So I want you to keep this and look out for the trend. So we ask the blessing of Ganga Mata, the blessing of Dharti Mata for guidance and protection and blessing as we undertake the wedding. So let's join in this.
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
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 मना झुकती, मना झुकती, मना झुकती, मना झुकती, मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
सब देवतन के एक एक छुटकी,
सब देवतन के एक एक छुटकी,
धरती मैया के सिर पर हजार झुकती,
धरती मैया के सिर पर हजार झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
सब देवतन के पाछे पाछे छुटकी,
सब देवतन के पाछे पाछे छुटकी,
गंगा मैया के सिर पर हजार झुकती,
गंगा मैया के सिर पर हजार झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती,
मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती, मैं तो धरती पूजे ऐली मना झुकती।
बोलिए धरती माता की जय. And I apologize for not arranging a special folk dancer for this morning, because it really makes you feel like you should be dancing and celebrating. So we move on. We are doing the excerpts very quickly. Surabhi ke gaya se gobara mangao. So we are asking Bhagwan Shankar. We are saying we seek the gobar of the sacred cow. The sacred cow here celebrated and named Surabhi, representing Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow. Okay? And the wish-fulfilling cow, Kamadhenu, is one of the precious things that emerge from the Samudra Manthan, from the churning of the ocean. There's a very beautiful saying in our Hindu civilization, Gavo Vishwasya Mataraha. Cow is mother of the entire world. And in this Geet, we are saying we will use the gobar to decorate and to lipe the bedi. Then in that bedi, we will install the bamboo, the banana plant, and the kush. And this gobar, it will also adorn the kalash upon which the diya will be lit to witness and to be a part of the marriage ceremony. So please take note of the trend. I hope you will pick it up. Surabhi ke gaya.
सुरभि के गया के गोबर मंगाओ शिव शंकर गो
शिव शंकर हो
आंगन पर बेदियाले पावो सुन हो रघु नंदन हो
रघु नंदन हो
सुरभि के गया के गोबर मंगाओ शिव शंकर हो
शिव शंकर हो
अची अची बेदियाले पावो सुन हो रघु नंदन हो
रघु नंदन हो
गजमोती चौक पूरा वो सुन हो रघु नंदन हो
रघु नंदन हो
बेदियाली पावो सुनवो रघुनंदन हो
रघुनंदन हो
रघुनंदन हो
रघुनंदन हो। बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. Remember, we are commemorating Ram Sita Vivaha, the magnificent, spectacular, divine wedding ceremony of Bhagwan Shri Ram and the Sita Mata. We move on to our next excerpt. Gaur Pujo, Gaur Pujo. I worship Bhagwan Ganesh. Remember, these are all rituals in the wedding. So there's worship of Bhagwan Ganesh and Gauri Mata, as well as Ganga Mata. We are saying, O Bhavani, O Divine Mother, all praise to you. I place all my concerns, all my hopes, all my emotions before you as I serve you with love and devotion. And the Dulhan, all the family members, they pray for the blessing of the success of the wedding, which is defined in this as a yajna. Because a marriage ceremony in the Hindu world, it is yajna. So Gaur Puja.
गौर पूजा गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो
गौर पूजा गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो।
गौर पूजा गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारो
गौर पूजा गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा।
तुम्हारे भरोसे मैया मैं हूँ करो सेवा
तुम्हारे भरोसे मैया मैं हूँ करो सेवा।
मोरे यग पुराण होई हो रामा मोरे यग पुराण होई हो रामा
गौर पूजो गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो।
गौर पूजो गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो देवहर बाबा नाम तुम्हारो
गौर पूजो गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो देवहर बाबा नाम तुम्हारो।
गौर पूजो गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो गौर पूजो गौरी गणेश हो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो शुभ हो भवानी मैया नाम तुम्हारो।
बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की jai. Well, if you are not dancing, our dholak wala Shamiji is certainly dancing and enjoying. So beautiful. And these are our heritage geets. So absolutely lovely, beautiful, very profound. And many of us will have childhood recollections when probably we would have gone to the village weddings and so on of the elders, the ladies singing these and playing the dholak. And sometimes even we used to make fun of how it sounded because we didn't understand the meaning, but absolutely profound and wonderful. So two more small excerpts we are doing. This is for the chume. Chume, usually the kanyas, and then at the end of the marriage, the married woman. This geet is saying, those who touch the dulha and dulhan, the bride and the groom, on the forehead, on the limbs, with haldi, with rice, and with doob, the durva, they are giving blessing for a very long and happy life. So, an excerpt of the Chume Geet.
साथी के चावल खालर डूब हो चुमगी जो चल ले पवन राम दिया हो चुमगी जो चल ले पवन राम दिया हो चुमगी जो चल ले बेटा रामा हो चुमगे जो चले
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. That one really sounds like long ago. Absolutely sweet. I hope you are feeling how much we are enjoying this and that you are also enjoying and appreciating at home our satsang this morning. That's a little lighter and a little different, very festive and celebrating Ram Sita Vivaha, the wedding of Shri Ram and Sita Mata. So the last excerpt, Chauke par baithe. You all know what is baithe. Baithe means to sit, and here described as the chauki, the chauk, or the pirha. So Dulhan, bride and groom, they are seated on the pirha. And this is the first rituals being done when they sit on the pirha. And what are they saying? They are doing puja. First to Dharti Mata. And they are saying, O Dharti Mata, O Mother, we pay our respects to you. We honor you. And we also honor all the other Devis and Devatas. O Mother Earth, protect us, bless us always, and bless our union to be strong and prosperous. So this is our last excerpt, and I hope you have picked up a trend, because we are going to share just a few minutes to look at this after.
चौके पर बैठे दुल्हे रामा धरती मनावे लहो चौके पर बैठे दुल्हे रामा धरती मनावे लहो धरती हम हो पर करहु सहाय धरती पर हम हो पर करहु सहाय मैं शीस नवाए लहो मैं शीस नवाए लहो चौके पर बैठे दुल्हे रामा गणेश मनावे लहो चौके पर बैठे दुल्हे रामा गणेश मनावे लहो बाबा हम हो पर करहु सहाय बाबा हम हो पर करहु सहाय मैं शीस नवाए लहो मैं शीस नवाए लहो मैं शीस नवाए लहो मैं शीस नवाए लहो
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. सीता माता की जय. Jai Shri Ram. Beautiful wedding vibrations this morning to commemorate Shri Ram Sita Vivaha, which was just last weekend. So did you pick up anything interesting, anything of value? Did you see a trend in the meanings of the songs, of the excerpts that we shared? Well, I can't hear your answers at home, but I don't know if any of our satsangis here want to volunteer and answer if you picked up anything that somehow seemed to repeat itself, a sentiment that repeats itself over and over again in the Hindu marriage ceremony, and it also takes on different forms. Well, I will share it with you. Did you notice how many times the earth was mentioned? Did you notice how many times honoring Dharti Mata and worshipping Dharti Mata and Ganga Mata would have been mentioned in these traditional Geets? And this is an important point that anyone who is getting married should understand, because marriage marks the start of the householder life, Grihastha Ashram. And Grihastha Ashram begins with the acknowledgement of a sacred connection and relationship that we should have with Dharti Mata. We acknowledge this earth as the nourisher, as the one who is the sustainer, as the one who accommodates everything, as the one who bears all of us. And if you can recollect, just 3 weeks back during the Kartik Satsangs, we spoke a lot about the environment and about Mother Earth. So the very first ritual, Mati Kod, to dig the dust, we pray, we surrender, we ask Mother's permission, and we ask her to send blessing, to bring bounty, to bring prosperity. And we use all materials for these first rituals from the earth. See how significant haldi. We go to fetch pani, we bring water, plants, the bamboo, the durva, the kush, the palm leaves, everything. And you see the cycle. We start at the earth, with the earth, and then when everything is finished, the Kalyaji, we go by the river again for what? Kangan. Yes. The Kangan that was put to protect us, that again, it is taken and returned to the earth. So I'm sharing these sentiments very quickly. Then, Surabhi, the cow. The cow is symbolic of fertility, prosperity, of motherhood itself, as I shared with you in that quotation. So the cow is like a divine gift to mankind. It represents motherhood and sustenance in all its forms. And you know, in some traditions, I know I saw this in one of the villages where we went, and there was some women who were talking, and they were so loving the cows. And our Acharyaji was saying that in this area, in this family, in this lineage, they celebrate the cow even more than their own mother. Why? It's because the cow does not sustain only her calf. The milk sustains so many others, so even greater than that Janani, that one who has given birth to us. And the cow, Surabhi, and also Gobar. Okay? The Gobar is what? Fertilizer, fuel. Now, the other day someone called to ask, can we leave the gobar out? And all of these things are things that we can have dialogues about and debates about, because yes, grass-fed cows, we don't really find a lot of grass-fed cows, so many chemicals and so on in the gobar. All of these are issues that we can look at how to resolve it, but we shouldn't miss what it represents and what it's trying to teach us. So as we are becoming more and more glamorous with our weddings, more and more spectacular with our weddings, there seems to be less attention on these very important values, because there is an emerging shift as though, and we are at risk of forgetting this, of losing it. And listen, we have always acknowledged, well, at the Kendra, that change is ongoing. It's happening all the time. Things are not going to remain exactly in the same form and structure and method and all of that. We can't ignore change and overlook how things are evolving. But we have to embrace and engage it intelligently, wisely, reshape and rethink. But never ever should we lose or compromise on the core values and the essence of the ritual or the tradition. So I'm just going to share one with you. Something that we see often. You know, usually when you go to a wedding, there are many things that we'll miss, but we always what? Pay attention to when the Malarpan exchange and the Mala, when they are going to put the Sindur, when they are going around the fire. There are some very, very important steps that we look forward to. So usually in the wedding ceremony, the Dulhan, the sacred fire, Agni, is invoked. Agni is Sakshi, the witness. You know, if we go on, none of us, we are paying attention, what? Agni, fire, is the witness. Raviji and I were talking about this. I get married under bamboo, or I get married in front of the sacred fire. Okay? So it gives that confirmation. It sanctifies the union. So we see them going around the fire. How many times? Yes, the Kalyaji, who is always in weddings, 7 times. Have you ever wondered Why 7? Maybe some of you who are looking at us, many of you, you are married persons. Usually we don't remember a lot from our own wedding day because we are so busy and so focused on other things, stressed out and all of that for things to go well. So we forget a lot. But yes, so 7 times we do what is called the Sat Fere, where we go around the Agni production are 7 times. Why 7? Why 7 times? 7 is a lucky number. Why is 7 a lucky number? Lucky 7. Look, they're telling me all the Western world features. So see this. 7 lifetimes, yes. May I be with you for so many lifetimes? Well, I wish I could be with my Krishna for more than 7 lifetimes, for 70 or how many? So see, 7. We're just having a lighter mood this morning, okay? 7. Out of all the digits, 1 to 9, or even if you want to say 0 to 9, okay? So follow this. A circle, when we make a round, a circle, Shantaji, how many degrees? 360 degrees, okay? Out of all the digits, from 0 to 9, 7 is the only one that doesn't go into 360. 360 cannot be divided by 7. I know some of you might be doing the math now very quickly. Okay, you check it. So it represents that which cannot be divided. Oh, the Kalaji said, oh, that which cannot be. This is just one of the reasons. There are other reasons. That which cannot be broken. It cannot be separated. So 360 you can divide it by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7, 8 and 9. Okay, tech man, I know you all, I could see your brain trying to work to figure it out. But we don't know this. Men, first time you're hearing this, how many weddings you have been to. So there are so many values embedded in the Hindu wedding tradition. This is why I said a whole value system. This is just one of so many, and it is important to understand those who are hosting the wedding, those who are involved in the wedding, that these things should be explained so that it can be truly and fully appreciated. Okay, now we all know that a wedding is very family oriented, very community oriented. I was saying, you know, how to describe this when I'm thinking of, because I am very excited about weddings, not the dressing up part and all of that, but about the values. I often talk about this with many persons because it is a heritage bonanza, if we want to describe it as a heritage bonanza. And why family is so important, why community is so important, I want to chant this doha. In this doha, Vishwamitra is speaking to Janak. Okay, so this is just before wedding is going to take place, just before the wedding of Shri Ram and Sita. Muni Vishwamitra is speaking to Raja Janak just after the bow was broken and strung by Prabhu Shri Ram. What was the condition? Anyone who lifts this bow, who strings this bow in the Swayamvar will have Sita's hand in marriage. So Bhagwan Sri Rama did that. So he could have what? Just taken Sita and he could have gone to Ayodhya. So here what Muni Vishwamitra says to Raja Janak in Doha. तरपि जाई तुम्ह करहु अब जथा बंस व्यवहारु ओ रामा जथा बंस व्यवहारु बूझि विप्रकुल वृद्ध गुरा बेर बिदित आचारु ओ रामा बेर बिदित आचारु सियावर रामचंद्र शरणम शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम बोलिए सिया सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. Raha Bibahu Chap Adhina. Okay? Muni Vishwamitra is saying this marriage depended on the bow. Okay? So it can be considered as complete. Nothing else needs to be done. Dulha can take Dulhan and move on to Ayodhya. But what does he say? Tarapi jai tumha karahu abba jatha bans vyavaharu buji bipra kula vridhagura bera bidita acharu. This is why if you look at wedding, sir, so many rituals, so many ceremonies, including so many people from different sides of the family, children, adults, the elderly, the brothers, the cousins, big brother, small brother, the bhauji, everyone. This is all inclusive. No one is left out. So beautiful. This is a wonderful connection. He says to Raja Janak, go and perform this wedding according to the kula, the tradition, according to what is your established family tradition. Let the wedding be done. Perform this wedding according to what is prescribed in the Vedas. Okay, what is laid down in the Vedas. And you perform this wedding, this marriage of Shri Ram and Sita after consulting the elders, the Brahmans, the noble folks in the royal, in the family, and also the Guru. Long time what? The elders will go for the fix up, okay, to arrange. Nowadays computers are doing it for us. So I'm just teasing, all right? But no, these are things for us to think about. Okay, because those traditions that we have shunned as primitive and archaic and so on, it's been embraced in a different form, all right? Now, our time is almost up because I have to leave the 20 minutes for the wedding, but I want, for the royal wedding that is going to be reenacted in through our Balram Dilla caste, the senior caste, but I encourage you, if you do have the Ramcharitmanas at home, please read the wedding of Shri Ram and Sita Mata. And anything that you don't understand or that you are not sure about, our numbers are always on the screen. You can contact us. You know, sometime I think we should have a dialogue, a debate, a discussion about the Hindu wedding because it is so instructive, so beautiful, and so absolutely relevant in our world today. Okay, I have no doubt. I feel so strongly and so passionately about that. So if you do have the manas in Balkan, you can read about this beautiful wedding. So before I close off Satsang, I know we are heading into a Gregorian New Year 2021, and I thought I'll share a wedding parable with you, okay? Because it has an important value for us, and it's teaching something very important. It's teaching us about sincerity, you know? Even in a marriage, if there isn't what? Sincerity of purpose and sincerity of intention, what will happen? Things will fall apart. And in life itself, if we are insincere, okay, if we don't have good intentions, what will happen, Sham? Unhappiness. There'll be no happiness. So this is a wedding, okay? The wedding. Ustranam vivaheshu gito gayanti gardhabaha parasparam prashamsanti aho rupam aho dhvani. Very unique wedding of the camel and the donkey, okay? So a camel and a donkey, they're getting married. Remember, it's a parable. It's to teach a value. So in the wedding, Ustranam Vivaha, Vivaheshu, of the camel, the donkey is singing, Gito Gayanti Gardhavaha. Okay? And they are both appreciating and praising each other lovingly and so beautifully. Okay? And what is the donkey saying to the camel? Oh, how beautiful you are, oh camel. You are so beautiful. And what is the camel saying to the donkey? Oh, how sweet and melodious is your singing. Camel, beautiful and gorgeous. Take it in context, okay? Because animals are indeed, all of them have their own beauty. And how does a donkey sound? But so beautiful is your singing. What is it teaching us? Let your intention, let your purpose be sincere, be honest and truthful. So I want to leave you with this wedding parable as you will move into the new year 2021. I invite you to put your hands together, to close your eyes, to join with us. We surrender, asking the grace and blessing of all the Devis and Devatas for peace, for happiness, for prosperity in all its forms. Closing mantras. Om Durjano Sajano Bhuyat Sajana Shantimapnuyat Shanto Mucheta Bandebhyo Muktashanyan Vimochayet Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shobhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyat Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Dhyau Shantir Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apaha Shantir Aushadhaya Shantir Vanaspataya Shantir Vishve Deva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi Om Shanti 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 Hari Om प्रेम से और जोर से बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, जगदम्बे माता की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियापति रामचंद्र की, गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की, ट्रिनिडाद और टोबैगो देश की, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 सीताराम. Thank you for viewing, everyone. Shortened satsang this morning, just a little over 40 minutes. So we have our Bal Ramdila production by the senior cast. As soon as we are finished with satsang, you can switch over right away on that link. And please, this is one wedding. You don't have to RSVP or anything of the sort. You can just invite people. And there's a lot of food that you will be cooking in your own home. So we pray that you will have a blessed and productive week. Thank you for joining us. Next week, Sunday, our tradition at the Kendra is always on that first Sunday. We do worship of Bhagwan Ganesh. So you can join us for that. Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.